Okay, so hello everyone. So today we are going to see about validations in a form that we have created. So over here, you might have seen how I have created the UI and UX design or the user interface design of my eShop web page. So now we have to input data into these sections. Now, when I just click sign up, it says please enter your first name. So if I just give all the details over here, you'll be able to see that I have given my first name, last name, email, and I'll just give it a password, and I'll select the gender, and if I click on, or I'm just gonna click sign up, and then it says please enter your email address. So when I just give an email address and click sign up, it says invalid email address. So I have to give a proper email address for that. So I am going to give my email address as, I'm just going to give my already including email address. So when I click on sign up, it says user with the same mobile number or email address already exists. That means the user using this email address and this phone number is already existing on the data or in the database. So I'm going to give test as test@gmail.com just to show you, and if I click on sign up, it still says the mobile number is same, so I'm just going to give you another mobile number, and if I click on sign up, then you'll be able to see that it says success. And if I already have an account, I can sign in using this. So over here you can also sign in. So now let's see how to use this validation and how to get all of those codings over here. So this is the signing part or the designing part of the website that I have created. So if I go to, I have created a file called connection.php and I created a class database, and then I created a function called setup connection. And if we look at the setup connection, we have is set. We have this function or this if condition over here. We're saying where it says that if there is no connection, then create a new connection called new MySQL, the localhost root, and all the connection data over there. And then we have a public static function called IUD. So IUD is a function, and also it needs a query in it, and this will be executed when there is an input update delete function or input update delete query taking place. So we also have the search function as well over here. Then if we go to the sign up process.php over here, we have I have used this very important statement over there where it says require connection.php to connect the connection PHP file to the sign up process file. And before that, let's look at the JavaScript file where I have used the change view function to change the pages between the sign in and sign up page. And then I have created a sign up page where I have created a few variables, and I have created a new form data to input the values of the input data that the customers will be giving. So when we fill the form data would store the data. So we have to use form data to create a new form, and using a var equals new HTML request. This is an Ajax request, so we have to use Ajax over here. So we have to create a new HTML request, and using onReadyStateChange function, we will be checking whether the state hasn't changed. So that means that we have to send the data to the server side, and we have to check whether we have successfully sent the data or not. Then this is the final process that we will be coming up, so I'll talk about this a little bit later. And then we have these two functions these two codings where we have to open we have to tell by which method should we send the data and to which page should we send the data, and to send the data using Ajax or not. We have to send F. So F is over here. F is the form data. So we have to send the form data. This is all about the JavaScript part. So if we look at the sign up process.php part, over here is a very important part where we have to do the validation. So first of all, we have to require the connection, or we have to connect the connection.php file to this, and then I have created few variables and assigned the IDs. So if you look at the index.php, over here I have given each and every part an ID. Alright, so I've used this ID to call the names of those data over here, and then I have used an if else if ladder over here to do my validation. So first of all, I've said if the if name column, or if the if name property of if name value is empty, then I have said please enter your first name. If the f name is greater than, or the length of f name is greater than 45, then it should say first name must have less than 45 characters. And I have done that for this last name and email, password, mobile as well. And in the mobile section, I have given the inbuilt PHP function to check whether the mobile number is correct or not. And in the email section, I have given an inbuilt filter var function where it automatically checks whether the filter, it will filter the email and check whether the email is correct or wrong, whether the format of the email is correct or wrong. And then I'll have to create a new variable where it gives a query. So database search is a query. So when we are connecting with the classes in the connection.php, it says $Q there. So we have to use a query as well. So this is the query that I'll be giving to them, and this says to read the number of rows. And if the number of rows already exists, so this part means that we have to check whether the user has already logged in to this website using the same email, and if not, we can log into the email address. And after checking all these validations, if the user is a new user, actually he can log in, and then he can log in. So at that moment, the data will be inserted into the database connection. That's why I have used the insert into query over here, and I've given the values, and these are the names of the values that I have given over here, and those are the variables. And over here it says if this has been done successfully, equals success. And over here I forgot to say about the data at the time. So this is a format that we use to measure or to take the time and the date of the user who is joining, at what time did he join, all of that. And if this is done successfully, we have to echo success. Now, I said we'll be talking about success in a while, so let me show that to you. So in JavaScript over here, it says if t equals success. So if that response, so that response is this response text. So if that response is success, I'm going to say if t is success, then I have to say alert success. So I can change this to another color. So I can say primary success. So if that alert is, or if that if the response text is success, then you have to say success in the primary block. So this part, so these message IDs are given to a part which is right on top of the create new account. So over here I've given a class. I've created over here, yes, over here I've created two divs, and I have given, I've created this div and this div. So over here I have given the onClick function, and over here I have given the change view function where I have to change. And also I have also given the PHP code over here to select the gender part. And over here I have given a div called message div. So in this message div, it will show you the message whether you have successfully created your account or not. So let me just refresh this. just give a name again. Again. All right. So now we can check whether we have an account or not using this. And this is the code on how to do all of these validations and all using PHP, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So that's it for this video. See you again in the other videos.